All right, on the line with me right now, Jeff from Venom Inc. Jeff, thanks for taking the time to talk to me today.
No problem at all, my friend. Looking
Excellent.
forward to it.
It's great to have you here. Now, as I said, I spoke to Abaddon in July last year, just as Arvo was about to be released. How's that album done for you?
Oh, it's far exceeded the expectations. Far exceeded it. I mean, for me, it was one of the most stressful albums I've written because it was a comeback album, and I mean, I handled all the music and a large portion of the lyrics. I did the mixing and production. So in a way, it was sort of my baby, and I was waiting for other contributions, but I spoke to Demolition Man one day, Tony Dolan, and he said, "Look, mate, just keep going, do what you're doing." He says, "I'm on with artwork. You just get on with the music. Everything sounds great." And then delivering the final master to Nuclear Blast, I mean, I was shitting bricks, to be perfectly honest, because I mean, you've got a big prestigious label there, and it was a dream label for us. And then when the news came back that everybody at Nuclear Blast loved it, and then it went out, the album reviews, I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was incredible. I've just seen I can't even remember the website name now or the magazine, but we've just been nominated for some award. It's been album of the year in some magazines. It's been in the top 10 in others. It's been in the top 20 in other ones, even in the top 30 in other ones. And to come back and do an album like that and, have a lot of people say, and especially the fans, because, those guys on the ground, they're the most important ones.
Yeah.
To have the fans say, we've got another classic Venom album here. To hear people say that, it's like, whoa, that really blew the top of my head off that. I was like, but I mean, I can only, when it comes down to doing stuff for Venom, I can only write one way. It's the way I know how to write, the way I wrote the albums Welcome to Hell and Black Metal. It's just, well, and I think, Amal, the thing that helped was previous to that, doing that album and starting the writing process. I think we'd done about 200 shows, 250 shows. So we'd been out night after night, redoing those Venom classics, as everybody calls them. So, guitar playing wise, I was well back in the groove of playing all the old Venom stuff. And then I'm the kind of person who, I've got my studio down in the barn in the back garden, and I go in there, I lock myself away, and I just keep writing and writing and writing and writing. Some of it makes it to Venom, some of it goes to Empire, some of it goes to other projects that I do, but I'm just one of these people that gets stuff stuck in their heads, and I go crazy if I don't get it out, so I just knock it down, But coming back off one tour that we did, I think it was, I loaded 84 guitar riffs out of my mobile phone onto the computer. And that was just out of buses and hotels and, backstage areas. So, I'm not a sit down and play for 8 hours a day practicing scales type of guy, I mean, I've got massive respect for people who do that, but, I've always said, you've probably read this in interviews and people have heard it from me before, but I'll say it again. If someone was to give me one of two gifts, to be the greatest songwriter in the world or the greatest guitarist in the world, I would choose the songwriter every single time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about when it comes to guitar. It's getting the music out rather than playing at a million miles an hour. I'm not interested in being a virtuoso. I'd want to be a good songwriter.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of virtuosos out there who can do it, amazing players and all power to them, But for me, once I hit the stage, I see myself as an entertainer who engages the audience. I don't want people standing there going, "Oh, look at the mode he's playing. Oh, that's a fantastic scale." Fuck off. It's like, fucking,
Yeah.
do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Quickly, very quickly. Me and my girlfriend were sitting one night and we were just channel hopping. It was late one night. And AC/DC came on. And it must have been in Rio or something. There was a fucking small country in front of them. Thousands of people. Angus walked to the front and hit the first three chords of fucking Highway to Hell. The place went mental.
Yeah.
That's what it is, mate. It's songs.
Yeah.
It's all about the songs. And that's what I'm all about when it comes down to the album. But yeah, the album has just gone, wow. I'm so pleased with it, but I'm still bowled over. I'm still overwhelmed with it.
Yeah, yeah,
I never take anything for granted because in this business, here today, gone tomorrow. It's like so.
yeah.
But it's done phenomenally well. It really has. In this day and age of sales, anyway,
Yeah.
it's done really, really well.
Now you're coming to Australia. You're coming to Adelaide. Many
hmm
bands skip over Adelaide, but you're coming to Adelaide. That's very, very good. You're playing Friday, the 2nd of March. You're playing at Enigma. That'll Enigma Bar. That'll blow you away. Look forward to that.
All right.
and and Desecrator, they're from Melbourne, I think, are playing with you. And Hidden Intent, local Adelaide boys. That's going to be wild.
Right.
What have you got lined up for Australia?
Oh. So, you want to know the set list?
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No, of course I won't. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it. No, we've got stuff from RV. We've obviously got all the classics in there because that's what people want. We would get murdered if we
I
didn't
bet you were.
play black metal and Countess Battery and stuff like that. So there's a lot of the classics in there. There's a couple of things from the primeval period. So we've tried to just do a cross section. We're one of those bands who are very fortunate, I think, because in the new wave of British heavy metal, which we really didn't feel a part of. We didn't really feel a part of that. But in that sort of era, there was a lot of great bands around. And a lot of those bands are still out touring now, or they've got back together and they've come back. And there's a few of them, one band in particular that I can think of that I actually really do like, but I'm not going to mention the names. But a lot of these bands have got one or two songs. And I've seen one of these bands in Italy, and they got a great reception. But when they played that one song, the place went crazy, absolutely crazy. With us, for whatever reason, I don't know, we've got a bag full of those. I really don't know what it is. I don't know what I wrote different or what I did different. But, we've got a bag full of those songs. And honestly, Mal, in America, I've seen grown men in their 50s crying at the front of the stage when we kicked in to Live Like an Angel, Die Like a Devil.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Incredible to see that the impact that your music has on people. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But as for saying people skip over Adelaide, we made a decision that we're going to play wherever the people want us. And that's why when we hit Mexico last year or the year before, I can't remember now, but we played Tampico. We didn't play Mexico City.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was saying, fucking hell, why aren't you playing Mexico City? That's the big place to play. It's like, yeah, but there's people here who want to see us. And on the night, that venue was packed, absolutely packed. And people were saying, thank you so much for coming because, we could not afford to go to Mexico City.
Yeah.
To see you guys. But, no, I mean, if the offer comes in and we can do it, that's what we've been doing. We've just been saying, right, yeah, okay, we'll do it.